Have you ever wondered what really goes on in the mind of a narcissist after a breakup? Maybe you've experienced one yourself, and the aftermath left you confused, hurt, and questioning everything. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that isn't just fascinating but incredibly important: the emotional and psychological experience of a narcissist post-breakup. And trust me, it's not as simple as you might think. Before we jump into how a narcissist feels after a breakup, let's make sure we're on the same page about what a narcissist really is. Narcissism isn't just about someone being selfish or arrogant. True narcissism is tied to a personality disorder called narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. These individuals often rely on admiration and external validation to prop up a fragile self-esteem. They might seem confident on the surface, but underneath, there's a lot of insecurity. Why is this important? Because understanding their emotional core gives us clues about how they experience loss and rejection. The immediate reaction post-breakup. When a breakup happens, most people feel a mix of emotions: sadness, relief, confusion, maybe even hope for a fresh start. But for a narcissist, the emotions are far more complex and often contradictory. Initially, a narcissist may feel panic or rage. Why? Because breakups challenge their sense of control and identity. For them, relationships aren't just about connection. They're about power dynamics and validation. When you leave, they don't just lose a partner. They lose a source of admiration, validation, and control. This is why many narcissists will immediately try to regain that control. Some might beg for you to come back, making dramatic promises to change. Others might lash out, blaming you for everything that went wrong. And some might go completely silent, not because they've moved on, but because they're planning their next move. Do narcissists feel pain like we do? Here's a question I get a lot. Do narcissists feel heartbreak the way we do? The answer is both yes and no. Narcissists do feel pain, but it's not the pain of missing you as a person. Instead, it's the pain of losing what you represent to them. It's the pain of their ego being bruised, of their carefully constructed image cracking. And this is where things get tricky. While you might mourn the emotional connection and shared memories, the narcissist often mourns the loss of control, status, or the security of having someone to fulfill their needs. It's a different kind of heartbreak, one rooted in their need for external validation. The long-term emotional fallout. After the dust settles, you might think a narcissist would eventually reflect on what went wrong, maybe even feel regret. But the truth is more complicated. Long-term, many narcissists struggle to accept the breakup. Instead of processing their emotions, they might rewrite the story in their minds. They'll paint themselves as the victim or the hero, and you as the villain. This mental rewrite isn't just for show. It's how they protect their fragile self-esteem. In some cases, a narcissist might cycle through phases of obsession, trying to win you back, and indifference, pretending they've moved on entirely. These behaviors aren't about genuine emotional closure, but about maintaining their sense of superiority and control. Why narcissists often return. Here's something many people experience after breaking up with a narcissist. They come back. Weeks, months, or even years later, you might get a random text, a message on social media, or even an unannounced visit. Why do they do this? For narcissists, relationships are never truly over. They see people as extensions of themselves, not as independent beings. So when they reach out, it's not because they miss you. It's because they miss what you used to provide: validation, admiration, or even just attention. But beware, when a narcissist returns, it's rarely about genuine change. Often, it's about regaining control and reestablishing the dynamic they lost. How to protect yourself. Now that we've unpacked how a narcissist feels after a breakup, let's talk about you. Breakups with narcissists can leave deep emotional scars. Their tactics: gaslighting, Manipulation, emotional abuse, can make you question your worth and your reality. The most important step is to focus on healing, establish boundaries, and stick to them. Don't let their attempts to re-enter your life derail your progress. Seek support from friends, family, or even a therapist who understands narcissistic abuse. Remember, moving on isn't just about cutting ties with the narcissist. It's about rediscovering your sense of self, rebuilding your confidence, and finding peace. Breaking free from a narcissist is one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it's also one of the most empowering. By understanding their emotional landscape and focusing on your own healing, you can move forward with clarity and strength. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, have you experienced a breakup with a narcissist? What was your biggest takeaway? I'd love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you are stronger than you think. See you in the next video.